If you're dealing with health concerns that aren't necessarily life-threatening, like for example, I had an autoimmune disease where I was having seizures and I was passing out, but it wasn't life-threatening, but it was very challenging for me, I recommend 2 to 3 times that regular amount. So I was taking 6 capsules a day, 3 in the morning, 3 at night. And then 5.5 months later, autoimmune condition gone, and I just went back to the normal 2.
And they point blank looked at me and said, this is really serious. And it's kind of, and on the paperwork it said grave. And I was like, oh my God. And you told me about Pet Club 247. So I immediately got proactive and I put her on the super sauce, which I know you showed it, but I have it here. She takes a tablespoon a day mixed with her food, and she takes her mush puppies a day. It's the treat. What happened was we would continue to go back, and she was on 5 medications at the time, and the vet kept saying to me, whatever you're doing, continue to do. And I was like telling him again, I'm on this, she's on this product from Japan, and like he's looking at me like, okay, Lorraine. But she, to this day, she is off all of her medications. She has been weaned off them. Her blood count is completely normal.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining us on Upfront in the Prophetic. We're so blessed that you're here. If this is the first time, well, welcome aboard. Wow, we got a broadcast for you, and you're going to want to share this everywhere. You know, there's been so much talk, and we've talked about it in previous broadcasts about mushrooms. And I tell you, but there is a difference in mushrooms. There really, really is, how they're patented and processed and so forth. Well, today we're going to talk about some new products that are aboard. Woo-hoo, I'm so excited about it, as well as some testimonials from my dear friend Kristen, and as well as Lorraine. And just being at one of the conferences this weekend, we were at a preparedness symposium over in Ohio this weekend. And man, I heard so many stories about people that were on this product that literally changed their lives forever. And so we want to tap into that, guys, because I know that, you know, it's just so important right now. Just even hearing from Dr. Artis and what they're putting in vitamins out there, what they're putting in your food, right? And medication. And, you know, the enemy comes to steal, kill, and destroy, but God comes to give life, right? With his life, he's given us natural properties. It's amazing. God is a phenomenal creator. So without further ado, because I know Lorraine is just biting at the bit to kind of share what God has been doing, you know, through this company. But first off, Kristen, my gosh, it's just so wonderful having you on with us today. I know that you're so busy. You just came back from a Vegas conference with Pet Club 247, and so much is going on. Some new products, which I am just like so excited about. And so I thank you for being with us today. And of course, Lorraine, it's awesome just having you with us, just to share some of your story. I mean, I've known Lorraine for many years, I think like 15 years. And
Yes.
Lorraine is one that basically she'll try something, but she's not going to share it unless she believes it and unless she sees, you know, the progression and the change in her life. And she's really seen a lot throughout her whole family. So she's going to share a little bit about what this product has done for her. But first off, for those that are just hopping aboard, they've never heard of Pet Club 247. Oh, are they talking only about pet stuff? Oh, come on. You know, I thought they were going to say something about, you know, maybe, you know, you and I, but we are. And so I really would love for you to share, Kristen, a little bit about what is Pet Club 247, and why are these products so superior than what's out there right now?
Yeah, that's a good question because, you know, everywhere where you look, of course, everyone has the best product in the world that does amazing, miraculous things, right? There are hacks everywhere that we look, but We've been so blessed with Pet Club 24/7. I'm a national vice president with them, but more importantly to me, I'm also certified in pet nutrition. And the reason that I decided to get certified in pet nutrition is because so many of our pets were dying from cancer. And I watched a documentary called Pet Food that showed that the majority of the conditions that our pets have, cancers, tumors, arthritis, allergies, autoimmune diseases, diabetes, like I could go on and on and on, are all stemming from exposure to the foods and treats and toys that our pets are chewing and ingesting. So when I found that out, I was like, oh no, not on my watch. And so I just decided to get educated and started learning about what to look for and really how to give our pets the natural support that their bodies deserve. Because you said it yourself, God has given us everything that we need. It is growing abundantly for us out in nature. And our pets' bodies, our bodies were designed to process natural things, not all of these synthetic and artificial and chemical ingredients that are going into most of the products that we're giving our pets and even consuming ourselves. So Pet Club 24/7 was really born from a place of wanting to change the way that pets and parents were being treated, because all of us had lost pets to cancer. And we said, enough is enough. We knew about a mushroom that was working for humans that had over 400 studies on it. You had mentioned that show that this particular mushroom supports the immune system, and we had a very potent strain of it that was very pure that we were giving to people, and all of these amazing things were happening. So we thought, I wonder if this will be safe for animals as well. And so of course we did some more research, found some incredible studies on how effective this same mushroom was for animals. And that's how Pet Club 24/7 started. Was we started baking it into dog biscuits called the Mush Puppies, which you love and are delicious. Everything's human grade Whole Foods, guys. So I've tested all of it. I think Francine has too. I said all of our treats have been tested on humans. I've tried them all. We started baking it into horse cakes called the Mush Ponies. We started adding it into a handmade gravy for dogs and cats called the Super Sauce. And just what we started experiencing was really encouraging for our spirits, and God just really moved in a mighty way. And we saw all of these animals making complete recoveries and people noticing positive results within just about a week or so of getting it into the body. And it's because the immune system is so intelligently designed. It is the body's armor. It is the body's first defense against everything, small things like colds and flus, all the way up to the most catastrophic things with our pets, like the cancers and the tumors. So once we give the body that immune support, it seemingly does miraculous things, but really at the end of the day, that's how God intended it. That's how it was designed. And so by returning back to the way that God originally had planned for animals and for people to live, people and animals are having such a better quality of life. And, we're really effective at helping the body get so balanced and get to a natural place where they no longer need a lot of these medications and treatments and the things that they're on, because the body is actually able to course correct itself just by modulating that immune system and giving it the support. So it's been absolutely incredible and such a blessing and a privilege to be a part of what God's doing through this company. I think now more than ever, the world or people are looking for pure-hearted providers. We're looking for places that are being honest and telling the truth and, doing our best to serve in any way that we can. And so we're so grateful for companies like Pet Club 24/7. There are a lot of other great companies that are coming up and springing up out of this need for truth and transparency and honesty and providing products that are the way that God intended for them to be, where we have all these companies that are a lot more driven by purpose than they're driven by profit. And so it's a blessing to be a part of this movement. And thank you for having us on, Francine. You have a heart of gold, and we're just so grateful for the work God is doing through you and the lives that you're impacting. The devil's out to kill, steal, and destroy, but God is taking ground back and recovering what the enemy stole 100-fold. And you can see it in every pillar of society. God is taking ground, and we are so blessed and fortunate to be a part of the work that God's doing right now. Like I think about it all the time, like how blessed are we? Like this is exciting.
No, it is so awesome. I mean, like I said, the testimonies that we're going to share, I mean, just from emails that are coming in, texts that are coming in, Lorraine's story, and those that I've heard like over the weekend. And that's all because of the body being able to, again, assimilate what God already created. I mean, all the, the big pharma out there. And I mean, just listening to Dr. Artis too, I mean, he was talking about, again, what they're putting in a lot of these, pharmaceuticals, even the food. I mean, and one of the biggest things is venom and what venom does to the body. And I mean, we've got the turbo cancers out there now because of the vaccines, right? And
Mhm.
so I'm now dealing with those that are calling about, hey, you know what? I didn't know about the vax. I didn't know. I thought I was doing a good thing, and now I'm hearing that I have cancer. What can I do? And to be able to offer them something that will literally change their life for the good is, I mean, it's a kick in the face to the devil, and I love it. I
Mhm.
absolutely love it, right? Praise
Mhm.
God.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
I want to kind of segue, and then I'm going to share. Sorry, I'm just so excited. But we're going to have Lorraine share her story, and then we're just kind of go over some of the products, and the key one that we'll spotlight is the Corias versicolor, and what we can recommend in regards to we've seen this, if you take so many in the morning, so many at night, okay, Kristen? So
Yep.
we'll make sure that we tackle that as well. So Lorraine, again, I've known you like forever, my sister,
Mhm.
and
Yes.
you are a woman of God and only share what the Lord brings forth to you that really makes a difference. And there was
Mhm.
a situation in your life, not only with your two pets, but with yourself.
Mhm.
And you shared the conversation that you had with Kristen in regards to one certain incident that you were going through, and I really want you to share that and how God is just, you know, wow, He turned everything around.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for having me. Okay, so I will go back to the pet thing when you want me to. I
Sure.
first found out about it through my dogs. And I'm just so grateful for that because God uses all things. And I guess He knew I was going to need it for myself. So I'll tell that story after. But
Okay.
for myself personally, and you just tell me when you want me to go there, but for myself personally, when I started taking the Coriolis versicolor, the Enforce, okay, at that time, which I want to say was maybe about 5 months ago, 6 months ago, I had been going to the chiropractor because I was dealing with lower back pain and it wasn't getting better. And it's not something that I normally deal with. And I remember saying to the chiropractor, like, I wish, like, I can't get there. Did you ever have the feeling, like I said, it's in my hips and I can feel it, and like a massage won't hit it, you're not hitting it, like what is it? And he said to me, sounds like that's inflammation and that's where you're dealing with it. And I was like, oh, okay. So when I saw the miraculous results that my dog got, I started taking the product. Well, really, I started taking it just because watching you and hearing about it and then looking at the studies, it was a no-brainer. So I started taking the Enforce, and I just started to take it for health because I want to give my immune system what it needs in the environment that we live in. I know we all need it. So I just started taking it. I wasn't taking it for anything in specific at that time. And lo and behold, as God is my witness, I want to say had to have been within 10 days later, maybe a week. I was like, oh my God, I don't have any discomfort anymore in my back or my hips, or like what? Oh my goodness. And I told Kristen and I said, I didn't expect this. I said, but I don't have the discomfort and the aches and the pain that I was having. And she said, you must have had inflammation there. Now, I didn't tell her what the chiropractor said. And she said, when you took this product, the Coriolis versicolor mushrooms, your body knew what to do and the immune system took care of the inflammation. And I have not been back to the chiropractor since.
Praise God.
Honestly, I have not. It just took care of the inflammation. And then what happened to me recently was, I guess, out of nowhere, I just felt a lump, you know, on my breast. And I was like, I've never had anything like that. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is this? And so I immediately, after talking to my husband and praying, I immediately called Kristen, who's just an incredible person of support, and who I've gotten to know, her and her wonderful husband who represent this company. And I said, hey, this is what's going on. What do you think I should do? And to backtrack a little bit, I had gone for a test. I went for the test that they tell you to go for a regular screening, right? And I was nervous and I went for the test. Um, and when the woman saw me at the test, she had an adorable personality. And she just went, honey, if that you were my sister, I would have you in an ultrasound immediately. I would have you like I within today, you've got to have an answer. And it was like, oh my goodness, I didn't expect that. And so because she had such an adorable personality, I went back at her and said, well, honey, I just want to let you know that in case it is anything, I serve a great big God. And I wouldn't be using that protocol because I've got a product from Japan. It's these mushrooms, and that's what I'll be using. So I said, there's no reason for you to rush anything. Just do what you need to do, and that's it. So then I went and spoke to Kristen and told her what happened. And she said, she said, what it sounds to me is that your body, your immune system is trying to get rid of something. And she said, it sounds like it's trying to shed it. And I said, yeah, but it's like hard. I looked up the symptoms and she said, no, she said, well, if it was me, she said, I would increase what you're taking, the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, right? Because it's 1 every 50 pounds is what they tell you to take. So I was taking like, the standard dosage. And she said, increase it to 5 in the morning and 5 at night, because that's really going to boost your immune system. And then she just said, as a side note, she just went, and I wouldn't be surprised. I said, well, I'm going to get the results in like 2 weeks, they're saying, but I don't know. And she goes, well, I wouldn't be surprised in 2 weeks if you didn't have it at all. And I was like, okay, thank you, God. So I did exactly what she said. I took 5 in the morning and 5 at night. And I am telling you, as God is my witness, that is exactly what happened. It just began to diminish and go away. And then I got the phone call that everything was clear. And I just want to thank the Lord for that, because as women, we know that fear. And men know it as well. And it went away. It's gone. So my body knew what to do. And I remember Kristen saying to me, I wouldn't want that in my body. Let your body get rid of it. Take it. And then now I'm back to the regular dose. So that is my personal story of results on the product.
That is so awesome. And, I heard another story this weekend from a woman that is part of this company as well, Dale. And she shared a story about this gentleman, Mike's wife, who had 4th-stage cancer. And they increased the amount by 6 in the morning, 6 in the evening. And I mean, praise God, she is cancer free today. And I mean, the stories just keep on coming in. We had another one, a dear friend of ours, her name is Myrna, and her husband, Jet. We put him on the product as well, the Corias Versicola. And he took the 5 in the morning, 5 at night. And this is what she said. Oh, let me go to the text, because I was just so fired up, because we are hearing this over and over again. And it's again, this is what God is doing, so bear with me, guys. Okay, so she says, we just got back from the PET scan, and Jet said, it looks like all the cancer is gone. So hallelujah to that.
Yes.
And our first conversation was actually in January. Okay. So this text came in April. Come on now. Come on. Okay. I mean, we were praying, and that's one thing that we love to do here. Um, we pray. I know I do, Lorraine and Kristen and her
Yeah.
husband, right? We pray for those that are on the product, and we pray
Yes.
with them, and we declare and decree the word over
Yes.
them. So God is just doing so much. And so we talked about, Kristen, okay, 5 in the morning, 5 at night. Now, is that for typically more serious cases?
Yeah. So our Inforce products, the reason why you're hearing such amazing results is because strain really matters and the way that it's extracted really matters. And so Pet Club 24/7 for animals and for people has a very pure and potent strain. And they extract it in a very specific way to keep it as efficable as possible. And that's why it's just been so amazing what's been happening for bodies. So we always encourage people, whether it's for your pet or if you're a human and you're taking the Inforce supplements as well, it's going to be based off of weight. So on all the packaging for the pets, it's going to have the recommended amount based off of what they weigh. For humans, it's 1 capsule for every 50 pounds. That's the recommended amount just for general well-being. Now, if you're dealing with health concerns that aren't necessarily life-threatening, like for example, I had an autoimmune disease where I was having seizures and I was passing out, but it wasn't life-threatening, but it was very challenging for me. I recommend 2 to 3 times that regular amount. So I was taking 6 capsules a day, 3 in the morning, 3 at night. And then 5.5 months later, autoimmune condition gone. And I just went back to the normal 2 a day. So that's what we recommend for just general health concerns. Now, if you're dealing with very serious health concerns, that's when we recommend 4 to 5 times that amount just to get started. And once your body starts correcting and balancing itself, then you can go down to the recommended amount. And, it's so important that we want people to understand that we don't want to stretch anyone beyond their means. We understand like people might have budgets and things might be tight right now. Even getting a little bit into the system, just a little bit is better than none. It's still working for your good. Even if you're only able to get 1 bottle and just take 2 a day, let's say, that's better than none. So I don't want anyone to feel discouraged if they aren't able to get that full amount, because you should know that a little bit is better than none at all. But for those of you that want to do things naturally and want to be more aggressive in it and kind of accelerate the process, the more you do, the better. In the 400 studies that have been done, they found that this mushroom doesn't interact with any medications or treatments. You can't get addicted. You can't overdose. There are no side effects. It's no different from eating a mushroom on a salad. It's very similar to that. So people a lot of times will ask very specifically, well, will it help with this or will it help with that? Well, the answer is this is just a whole food. It's not a medication. It's not a cure. It's not a treatment or anything like that. It is just a food that feeds the immune system. And then the immune system is then what goes in and intelligently prioritizes what needs to happen with the body and addresses it in a very specific order. That's why I told Lorraine, we see this a lot. Animals and people have masses and sometimes tumors in their bodies that they don't even know about.
Right.
And they start taking the mushroom and then the body starts to push those out of the body. So that's probably what happened for her, is that must have been deeply in there. And then when her immune system said, I need to get this out, and started pushing it to the surface to get it out of the body, that we see this a lot. So, I'm never surprised anymore by what God does and how amazing the body is. But that was a very long answer to how many capsules we recommend people taking.
Well, I wanted to go to the site right now too, so that people can kind of look here. This is what the site looks like. You can go to the shop section right here and you'll find, oh my gosh, one of the newest products here. Oh my gosh, Inforce gummies. I am so looking forward to that. Tell us a little bit about the Inforce gummies.
Yes. So we wanted to create a product that children could take, but I don't know if you've seen, there are a lot of gummy vitamins and gummy supplements that are available, but you look at the ingredients and they're full of artificial, even the healthy ones are full of artificial coloring, corn syrup, cornstarch, all kinds of just synthetic ingredients. And so we are so grateful. We were actually able to formulate a 100% natural gummy.
Wow.
Nothing synthetic in it at all. And we use fresh raspberry puree as the
Color.
to have a really good flavor. And
Mhm.
so a child can take, you just take one gummy for every 30 pounds. It has a Coriolis versicolor mushroom in it. All of the coloring is from natural fruit juices and vegetable juices. So there's nothing artificial in it at all. It's absolutely delicious. It does have a little bit of organic sugar in it because that is necessary for the gummy process. But if you look at the levels, it's absolutely nothing compared to other gummies that are out on the market. So we're really, really grateful to have that for kids. Or I even have people who are like, I just don't like
Oh,
swallowing.
yeah.
I do not like swallowing pills. I'd rather have a gummy. I'm like, me too. Oh, but don't worry, adults, you can take them too. We won't judge you. I'm gonna eat them.
I love it. I love the gummies too. And you're so right, because I've seen so many gummies out there that call themselves organic and natural, but they'll have, the artificial coloring 5 for red, or whatever
Mhm.
the numbers are for those coloring. So to have that, and now to have it for the kids, because like you said, some people don't like the capsule. And so they're able to basically, take this gummy. Another thing too is, I'll head on over to the page again. Let's go to humans here. This one right here is the Enforce Corias versicolor, and it is a capsule. But what I love about this capsule too is that you can also open it up and you can make it as a tea.
Yeah. Or
So
some people mix it in with applesauce. Like you can literally mix it in with anything. I have a friend that opens up the capsules. This is going to sound bizarre, but she makes banana nut bread from scratch.
like,
She'll open up
Wow.
pretzels and mix it in with the dough. And she says it gives it this incredible contrast to the bananas. She said it tastes amazing. So you can mix it in with whatever you want.
oh my gosh, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, so I want to hit some of the other products here. The other one is the Enforce Corias versicolor with reishi. So what does reishi actually do? What is it known for? And why would someone take this product as well?
So that's like an upgraded version for the regular Enforce, the green bottle. So it has the same amount of Coriolis versicolor for the immune support, but it also has a little bit of the reishi mushroom, which is an alkalinizing mushroom. So particularly people that are dealing with regulating their blood sugar levels or their blood pressure levels will
Ah,
usually recommend this upgraded version of the Enforce Plus because it can help with that. The reishi mushroom has been known to thin the blood out a little bit. So we have a lovely lady that she has had high blood pressure above 150 for over 30 years. She got it during pregnancy.
wow.
And she's been on medications, all different types of things, never in this entire time been able to get it below 150. Not even a week and a half into taking the Enforce Plus, it went to 118. And
Wow.
it's now been 3 months and she stayed between 118 to 120 for 3 months now. So it's amazing what the body does when we're feeding it the proper food. So anyone that's looking, more specifically to address those types of issues, we recommend the Enforce Plus 2. Also, with all the radiation that's happening with the 5G towers and all the radiation coming out through our power outlets in our house and stuff, that can be a catalyst to thicken the blood as well. And so people, especially that live in like big city areas that are concerned about their circulation, I recommend the Enforce Plus because that will help keep the blood at the right viscosity. It'll help the circulation.
Oh, that's really good to know. And now that is not a capsule. It's more like
Tablet.
yeah, a
Mhm.
tablet. And honestly, I don't even swallow it. I chew them all together, So, I
Mm.
mean, and it tastes
They don't
good.
taste that. Yeah, it tastes just very natural. There again, we don't
Uh,
use almost all vitamins and tablets use like artificial coloring to coat it, to make it look pretty or to make them all look the same. We don't use any of that. No fillers, no nothing. Completely natural. So you could just chew them up and swallow them if you want. Yeah.
That's awesome. Another thing, I know I keep on bringing up Dr. Artis, but he was talking about specifically heart medications, to try to balance your blood pressure. And he was saying that they started putting the venom in that too. So guys, you really got to watch what we're taking now. If we can wean off of these pharmaceutical drugs, they say drain the swamp. Let's drain the pharmaceutical companies. I know they're not going to, hopefully
Well,
they won't tag this.
and something that people don't think of when we're more intentional with who and what we're supporting, think about it. Every $1 that you spend with a good company is $1 that you're taking away.
That's right.
So
That's a good point.
every intentional dollar has double the impact, because not only are we taking ground, but they're losing ground at the same time.
I love
So
it.
we have a lot more power than we think we do. God has given us a lot more power than we know that we have.
Oh my gosh, absolutely. How about the restore? Oh, hold on. Can you see the restore yet? No, you
Not
can't.
yet.
See it. Okay,
So the
hold on, guys.
restore is a completely different type of mushroom. That's called the
Okay.
maitake mushroom. And the reason we added that is because if you look at the numbers of what's happening, especially in the United States, but also around the world, liver and pancreatic problems are astronomically higher.
Mm-hmm.
Not only the cancers, but pancreatitis. Like I could go on and on and on. So what the maitake mushroom does is it supports specifically the liver and the pancreas. So we always encourage people, if they're dealing with any issues, take the Coriolis versicolor mushroom, take the Inforce for your immune system, because your immune system's always the best bet. Then you can add this mushroom along with it. They work well together, and it'll give you a more targeted approach if you have concerns in those specific areas.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. I just had to finish my cookie, so that's why I'm going to these products. Okay, so hold on one second. Okay, so now I want to hit the clarity. Tell us a
Yeah.
little bit about this product.
So again, as you all know, dementia, Alzheimer's, neuropathy, Parkinson's, all of these conditions are on the rise. So there are a lot of studies that have been done on the lion's mane mushroom. So we created the Inforce Clarity, which is specifically the lion's mane mushroom for the nerve and brain support. But there are also a lot of studies coming out on how the lion's mane mushroom can help to remap the brain. So it's been really helpful for weight loss as well. So if you know anyone
Wow.
that's had trouble dealing with weight loss and they've tried all the diets and all the techniques and everything, and at the end of the day, you're still feeling deprived, you're still feeling, so a lot of times they just go back into their old habits. And so what they're finding is it's a very natural, organic way to start training the brain to think about food differently. And so a byproduct of that is losing weight. My own mom has lost almost 70 pounds in 10 months.
Wow.
She
Oh my
just
gosh.
taking the Inforce and the Inforce Clarity, and 10 months later she's down 70 pounds, and she's eating so much differently today than she was when she started, because she's like, my cravings are different. The things that I want to eat, the foods that I want to put in my body are different. And it was just this over time, change by change by change, little seemingly small things have made a tremendous difference now, compounded over time. So our
Wow.
other friend, Kurt, same thing. In 5.5 months, he's lost over 60 pounds.
Oh my gosh. So are they taking the recommended amount or did they hike that up a little bit as well?
Yeah, they're taking a little bit more than normal. They're
Okay.
taking the Coriolis versicolor, they're taking 2 for every 50 pounds. And then for the Clarity, they're taking 2 for every 50 pounds as well.
Okay. Okay. That's so awesome.
And
Um,
again, it's
yeah.
not it's not like a weight loss drug or anything like that. This is just what's happening. People are taking it, and these are some of the things that are happening to their bodies. But if you look online and start looking at research, you'll start finding, oh, this is happening quite a bit. Like this is happening a lot. A lot of these studies are finding that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. And the buzz out there right now with Ozempic, the weight loss thing, right? And they just came out with this other one that Dr. Artis was talking about, Wawampi or something like that. And it's an injection that they want you to do every single day for the rest of your life. Come on, people. I mean, do you see what they're doing? Right, Kristen?
They're creating people to be dependent on them instead of dependent on God. That's what it is. They're trying to make us as dependent on them as we can possibly be, because that's where the control is, right? And it's all just money. It's just money.
Oh my gosh.
It's so frustrating.
Well, it is. It really is. And it's heartbreaking because you're seeing these people that are really looking to, lose weight, to balance their blood pressure, to be cancer free, and there's this this company that's truly making a difference, guys, and I really believe in it. Lorraine believes in it. Of course, Kristen
Yeah.
does. And I mean, it's so powerful. And I know we've talked a lot about, you and I taking the product, but you have so many for pets. I mean, not to mention cats and horses and the testimonials from, the animals that are taking these products are absolutely phenomenal. I mean, talk about, like you said, diabetes, cancer, tumors, this and that. I mean, my one of my dogs is 17 years old, guys. Okay. And I mean, he's a little guy. And then I have another one, the Norwegian Elkhound, who's a year and a half. He loves these mush puppies. He loves the food. I mean, oh my gosh, it's they smell it coming from the mailbox, I mean, going after this. It's crazy. But I mean, here's the mush puppies that you have here. The super sauce, guys. This stuff is amazing. You can put it in their food, and they have the food right here too, as well as the dry food. Um, I mean, and I love this because I don't like the treats out there for the dogs. And these antler sticks are amazing. Our dog loves it. And then here's the Enforce Coriace versicolor. You can open up the capsule, put it in their food. Okay. But you guys just came out with another thing for the pets. And it's tell us a little bit about it. There's no hemp in it, but there's a natural way besides that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we're coming out very soon with a calming treat for dogs. And this is really important because so many dogs right now are struggling with anxiety and stress, and it's becoming a really, really big problem. I have a friend whose Chihuahua is on Prozac. Her
Oh.
Chihuahua takes half of a Prozac pill every single day, and it just breaks my heart. So we do have some completely natural calming biscuits that we will be releasing very soon. We'll let you all know when those are available. But yeah, that way, especially with like 4th of July or Independence Day, all of these New Year. That's what I was thinking. 4th of July and Independence Day are the same thing. But New Year, anytime when there are fireworks or loud noises, or when you have people coming over to your house, or before you take them in the car, a lot of times they'll throw up in the car, and it's not motion sickness, it's anxiety. They're just nervous. And if you give them one of these calming treats about 10 minutes before you take them into the car, or 10 minutes before fireworks or before people come over, then they're actually able to enjoy themselves and have a good experience instead of feeling that hypersensitivity, and feeling panicked